Hi everyone, Samantha here, nutritionist over at Holistic Wellness that specializes in weight loss and young women's hormonal health. I'm also a business coach, and this is what this video is all about. I want to talk about entrepreneurship, and I want to talk about goal setting as I play with my hair. Okay, so let's have a real raw talk about goal setting and what it means to really own your business and be an entrepreneur. The reason I wanted to have this chat is because with so many online programs launching right now with B School and Kimra School and so many other business coaches launching some really great, amazing courses, I've probably done them all. There's probably a lot of overwhelm and excitement, maybe fear and doubt, and a lot of these things that are coming up for you as you move forward in your online business. And that's natural. I mean, that's a good thing. You're going to have a mix of all these sort of emotions working through you as you grow as a practitioner or whatever it is you might be focusing on in the online space. But what I really wanted to address is sort of the goal setting, because I think that there's this big misconception around launching online programs and having this online business, and in short 3 or 4 months you're going to have hit your 6 figures and it takes no time to become a millionaire online. And we see what other people are posting and the success they're having, and we really want that, which is great. We can see that it's achievable, but when we don't hit those numbers and when we don't have that success, it can really take a toll on us mentally, emotionally, even physically. So I want to have this real honest talk about goal setting and having your online business, and this idea around having a 6-figure business in like 6 months or something like that, right? So I think it can be really dangerous to think that you are going to come out of the gates and launch an online program and have this amazing, incredible success with it and make, $100,000 in like your first launch. I am all for goal setting. I am all for having these big, beautiful vision around finances and how much money you want to make, because let's face it, it totally is endless, but there's a process to it. And what I really mean by dangerous is that, people tend to have these really high expectations of these numbers they're going to hit in their business. And then they do their launch or they hit their end of the year and they never hit those numbers. And now they're in fear and in doubt and in overwhelm, and they potentially might want to give up. And then they don't have this clarity of how they want to move forward. And so dealing with that emotion of not hitting those expectations, it sucks, right? Like, you have to know how to manage those emotions that are going to come up when you fail. And the best way to do that is to manage your expectations. And this is, speaking from experience, because I used to have these crazy expectations for myself when I did my launches, and then I wouldn't hit them. And then, yes, I would go into this emotional state of, oh my God, what did I do wrong? And I'm in overwhelm and I'm fearful and I'm doubtful and I'm doing everything wrong. And then it would just be this nasty cycle that I would continue over and over again. And I see it with all of the business coaching clients that I'm currently working with. They are setting these really, really high expectations. And you'll typically find so many people online speaking about how you need to have these money goals that scare you. And, is if the $50,000 launch doesn't scare you enough, well, it should be $75,000 or it should be $100,000. You got to think bigger. And I think that that's crazy, because, we can look at it like, okay, well, drugs. If I do drugs and they give me a great high, does that mean I should do more of it? Or if I go and I drink alcohol and that gets me drunk, should I be drinking more alcohol? It can be really dangerous to have that kind of mentality where you want to be this ridiculous overachiever, because we need to be able to manage our expectations and know that we may potentially not hit those numbers, especially right out of the gate. There are some people that might do it, but everyone is on their own path and journey, and it's not that might happen for you. So you need to accept that things are going to come to you in the right time and in the right sequence. And this isn't about me getting like woo-woo and spiritual with you, but really things will come to you in the right time and sequence. It's a process that you have to go through in your business and setting up the right strategies around getting to that point. So for me in my business, yes, I have these big, beautiful dreams of, being a millionaire and when I'm going to hit those numbers and whatnot. But I don't want to be the fat, frazzled, and fatigued Samantha that's a millionaire and working, like getting up at 2 a.m. to write my blogs and do my emails and write my sales copy and like grind it out and hustle it out to make my $1 million. That's not sexy to me. But what's sexy to me is the Samantha who's a millionaire that's calm and grounded and centered and sexy and fit. That's what's sexy to me. Having success and achieving success and hitting your financial goals, it shouldn't mean that you have to give up a part of who you are. It should not mean that you have to neglect self-care and sleep and eating well and friends and family and your relationship. That should not be a part of you becoming successful. Grinding and hustling it out, if that was the formula for success, well, then everyone would be successful and everyone would be a millionaire, because all the people that I know are grinding and hustling it out and they're fucking exhausted, basically. That's what they are. And they're losing their creativity and they're losing their drive and they're losing a part of themselves. And I don't want that for you, which is why I'm sharing this with you, because there is another way. There's a calmer, more gentler way of achieving the results that you want. And it starts with making you a priority. You need to be, your self-care needs to be a goal. That needs to be a priority. And you need to take care of that shit first before you move forward with other things in your business. Because if you do it the other way around, I can guarantee you, you're going to become that fat, frazzled, fatigued, overwhelmed, doubtful person, and that's not what we want. Okay, so I'm in the sunlight here. Okay, so goal setting, that's my spiel on goal setting. I think there's a few other things I could recommend here, like comparison. You got to stop comparing yourself to what everybody else is doing online, and how they're working. Everyone's on their own journey again. So it's you're on your own path and you need to figure out what works for you. So stop comparing yourself to other people's launches and other people's successes, because you don't see what's really behind that curtain and how they're living their life. If I was an entrepreneur, or I am an entrepreneur, but if I was the entrepreneur that was waking up at 2 a.m. just to write my emails and working till midnight every night and depriving myself of sleep and not eating well and not exercising as a nutrition coach, do you think people are going to want to hire me as their coach? Probably not. Because if I'm teaching health and wellness and how to live a stress-free life and I'm not living that, well, I couldn't see why they would want to hire me to teach them that, right? So take care of yourself, stop comparing yourself, know that you're on your own journey and your own path, and you're gonna have the success that you want in the right time. And it is definitely a process. Okay, so share your comments below. I'd love to know what your self-care regimen is, because I think it's important that maybe if you don't have one, you might learn to create one after listening to this video. And maybe others can comment about their self-care regimen so that you might be able to take some ideas from that and incorporate it into your day, because I don't want you losing sight of your genius and your creativity and your beauty just to have a, you know, 6-figure launch. It doesn't have to be hard. It doesn't have to be a struggle, and you don't need to, you know, lose a part of yourself in that process. Yeah. Okay, guys, so thank you so much for watching. I have a lot more videos and information I want to share with you about building, growing, and creating an online business. If there's certain videos you would love for me to post, post them in the comments below and let me know. And otherwise, you can find me over at holisticwellness.ca. All right, guys, thanks so much for watching. Chat with you next time. Bye.